Welcome back, everybody. It's been a couple of weeks, but I'm back with a new video today. I want to show you how to make one of my favorite types of burritos. It's a breakfast burrito. Some have called it a Colorado style breakfast burrito. It's a burrito that has potatoes and bacon and eggs and green chili. Stay tuned. I like to use big russet potatoes or baking potatoes. The bigger the better. You can use smaller if you want to, but I want to get the most amount of product that I can. So I picked up these giant russet potatoes at the grocery store. I like to cut these into long strips. I have my gloves on early because I'm going to be cooking bacon. You don't need to wear gloves if you're cutting potatoes. Go somewhat small. We don't want these to take too long to cook. Blackstone Bronco 28-inch XL griddle. I'm out of cooking oil. The last 3 times I've been to the grocery store, I keep forgetting, but I have this and I love it. Chosen Foods avocado spray. It's pure avocado. There's no propellants or anything in there. Perfect. A little bit of pure avocado spray. Down with my potatoes. I love the thick cut bacon. Right brand is probably the brand that you can get more often than not in the US. This is just a brand from the local Kroger grocery store. Same way I do this for bacon fried corn. It's easier if it's semi-frozen. This is thawed today a little bit, so it's not cutting as easily and going into small pieces again. We don't want to have giant pieces of bacon with small pieces of potatoes. We want everything to complement each other. I'd think about a burrito the same way I'd think about a quesadilla or a taco. It's something that has little ingredients inside of it, so you want to take a bite and be able to get all those ingredients in every bite. My wife says I always shake the knife around too close to my face. Gonna come straight over to my potatoes. We're gonna drop that raw bacon into the potatoes. Take advantage of that bacon grease to cook these potatoes, which are really small. I think I'll use the Redmond Real Salt taco seasoning today. Use your favorite taco seasoning. The key is red chili and cumin. See, the potatoes are starting to cook, courtesy of the bacon grease. Eggs, a whole bunch of eggs. In the past, I've cracked these up right with the eggs and the potatoes. The last several times I've done this, I like to cook the eggs separately, add a little heavy whipping cream to get them real fluffy, and then combine them with the other ingredients before I stuff the burritos. It just seems like the eggs way more fluffy. I think I ended up with 10 eggs, no rhyme or reason. You guys know me, I don't measure anything or plan anything out, so if I need a little more egg, I add a little more egg. Lately, I've been adding heavy whipping cream or half and half to my eggs. Seems like it makes them way more fluffy than milk. Oh yeah, trust me, it's a difference maker. Heavy whipping cream's expensive these days. Come back to my potatoes. Oh my goodness, they look perfect. See that nice crispy edge on the potato. Oh my goodness, the skin helps out with that. The bacon. I'm gonna come down below. We have 3 burners. I'm gonna turn one burner off altogether and go down to low on the other 2 burners. What I like about having a Blackstone with 3, 4, or 5 burners. 5 burners. What? That's right, if you caught me on the Griddle More tour this year, I was cooking on the 5 burner, the 44-inch griddle. Amazing. But it gives you more flexibility. If you have more than 2 burners, you can have 1 or 2 burners on, 1 or 2 burners off, and you can just control things a lot better. Drop that temperature or bring it up really fast. Grab one of these handy disposable aluminum trays in for the potatoes. Set these aside until later. Gonna leave all this beautiful bacon grease on the griddle. Come over here to my burners. We're still off in the middle. We're on low and low. I think I might even turn another one off. So much residual heat on that griddle top. These eggs are gonna scramble up in just a few minutes, so we don't need a lot of heat. Down with my eggs into that beautiful bacon grease. Also get a lot of people that tell me they've seasoned their griddle and they go to cook things like eggs and they stick and they're confused. They don't know why their eggs are sticking. Remember, when you season your griddle, your initial seasoning, your multiple coats of oil, wiping and burning, it's still not completely seasoned until you've cooked on it a few times. So if you have a brand new griddle, make sure you're never gonna cook eggs for your first cook. You're never gonna cook pancakes, crepes, French toast, nothing like that. It'll stick. But once you get it completely seasoned, look how beautiful. They don't stick at all. That's why I always recommend your first few cooks on the Blackstone, first few cooks after you initially season it, something really messy and greasy like stir fry, hash browns, lots of sausage, lots of meat, and lots of oil. Some taco seasoning on my eggs. You can see we're not really moving these around a lot. I'm gonna flip them a few times, maybe add a little more taco seasoning. I might break them up once or twice, but we wanna leave these really fluffy, and it'll only take a few minutes, maybe like 3 minutes or so to scramble these eggs. And as promised, light and fluffy. In just a few minutes, we're gonna pull the eggs, mix them in here with my potato and bacon. Let's clean the griddle, little scrape. See those eggs, not a bad deal at all. The griddle is completely seasoned, but if the griddle wasn't seasoned, that would be a mess for the ages. Keep the heat on, preferably high while you're cleaning the griddle. The theory is cold grease solidifies, so make it easy on yourself. Keep it hot. Clean your griddle in just a minute or two. Be careful though, I'm using my bare hands. I've been doing this for a long time. I know that if I slip, I'm gonna burn myself on a piece of hot steel, so you could use tongs, heat-resistant gloves, and then whatever oil you have, whatever cooking oil, a little bit down on the griddle top, a little wipe. That's all there is to it. Let's make our burrito mix. Today we're gonna go with some sharp cheddar. We're using that queso quesadilla. It's light and white. That would kind of blend in, so I like the contrast of adding orange in there, a little orange. It is a burrito. We do want it to kind of stick together, so we're gonna use a whole bag of cheese. This particular brand right here, hands down my favorite for queso quesadilla. These are small ones from the grocery store, but Sam's Club typically carries these in a nice, huge, bulk family size. Roasted green chili. You've seen the videos of me on Let's Give It a Try. Every year I go to Pueblo and meet up with my buddy Joey Musso from Musso Farms. Oh man, so fresh roasted green chili. You want to get them from Pueblo or obviously Hatch. The kind you're looking for, the variety you're looking for are Anaheim or Big Jim if you like them really hot. There's Dynamite and all these other varieties. I typically go somewhere in the middle, like a medium, but I will never forget the first time I ever smelled roasted green chili. I was born and raised in western Pennsylvania. My dad was really into Italian peppers, so he grew and ate a lot of Italian peppers, and I loved them. So the first time I ever smelled roasted green chili, I was in Acacia Park in Colorado Springs 28 years ago, walking around a little farmer's market. What is that smell? It was incredible. I've been hooked ever since. Get the fresh ones if you can, get them frozen, or a good brand from Pueblo or from Hatch. You just don't want to mess around with the canned stuff, the old El Paso. That stuff's not good. Neighbor's got the weed eater out. I don't know if you can hear his weed eater. He's actually been gone on vacation for a couple months. Comes home, fires it up right in the middle of the video. In with the green chili. Everything is to taste. We like the heat around here. Cilantro, it's a must. In with the cilantro. Let's mix it up and see where we are at. The benefit of doing it this way is you basically have a big container of the mix, and you can have a stack of tortillas, and you can make as many as you need until you run out of tortillas. Tortillas! What I like most about breakfast burritos, when we drive through these local taquerias, they always have these massive tortillas. They're always made at a local tortilla shop, and they're just incredible. They're huge. They're way bigger than the ones you get in the store. I saw these at the local Kroger last week, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. These were along the lines of those, maybe a little smaller, and I turn over to the back, and it says Sonora style flour tortillas. I don't even know where these things are from. I went back to the same store 2 or 3 times since then. I haven't seen them. Pull out these tortillas. Last time I did a video on my breakfast burritos on my Let's Give It a Try show 2 years ago, I toasted the burritos when they were done. I'm actually not a fan of that. The place we go to, Alfonso's here in town, they don't toast the burrito after the fact, but just know that if you want to, when you're all said and done and you make the burritos, you could take it to your griddle and you could toast them up. But I'm gonna use the griddle on low heat to warm these up, because everybody knows it's easier to work with a tortilla when they're slightly warm. You can see just how pliable they become with that heat and oil. So that's what you want. You want to get them all like that to where we can easily stuff these. Just like with the cleaning of the griddle though, watch your fingers, be careful. It's a hot piece of steel. My burrito prep station, my burrito creation station. Let's see how it works out. Lots of you newbies have never seen these. Blackstone, back in the day, like 6 years ago, made a whole line of these awesome utensils. Spoons and forks, all kinds of cool stuff. You have to gauge how much you're gonna use by the size of your tortilla. That's why it's always nice to have a big tortilla for a breakfast burrito. A little more room to move. And you know how much I love the Cholula. We just got our newest bottle, the big half-gallon, through Amazon yesterday. The chili garlic is where it's at for me. If I didn't have anything else, that's fine, regular Cholula. Chili garlic, and we put it in these little squeeze bottles. A little bit of Cholula chili garlic, and we'll see if we can fold this. I like to tuck in like this, roll, and then tuck in a little more right before we roll it up at the end. And that's the way I like to eat them. Then repeat the process. Again, these are the big boys, the big ones, so we can put a little more product in here than you would be able to with your standard store size tortilla. So nice and soft, easy to roll. Seven huge, at least. These are half pound. Ooh boy. My wife's smarter than I am. It's probably more than half pound. Yeah, 3/4 of a pound probably. I bet these are easily 12 ounces. Let's cut one of these open and see what we're working with. Favorite way to make a breakfast burrito. You gotta have that potato in there, the bacon. You need to have green chili. We live over here at the tip of the American Southwest. Roasted green chili is a big deal, and I love it. Whether I'm at Alfonso's or at home, need to get a little extra hot sauce on there for that first bite. Let's give it a try. Absolutely outstanding. Once again, you can toast them if you want. I don't like them toasted. I love that soft tortilla. Big difference maker. You can really taste those eggs. They are so rich with that heavy whipping cream. Any kind of green, chili sauce works good. Tomatillo sauce works really good. Figure it out for yourself, but those are some good suggestions. And if you can, try to get those big tortillas. Sometimes you can go to the local taquerias and they'll sell you a stack of them. Really expensive, but it's worth it because you know how good those tortillas are. So thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate you. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you'd eat one of these burritos with me. If you're my neighbor, come on, I got neighbors over here. I don't know if they're hungry or not, but I have all kinds of burritos. Make sure you're checking out my Let's Give It a Try show over on Blackstone social media. Until next time, this is Todd. Praise the Lord and pass the breakfast burritos.